Welcome to Feelings with the Geekiary. I'm Erin. I'm here along with fellow hosts Tara and Vaughn. We're fans, we have feelings, and this is where we webcast about them. It's December.
Oh my God. This is the last one of the year.
Oh my God, it's all going too quickly. I don't even know what's happening. This is our 11th episode. How crazy.
And I'm sure we're planning something really big for the 1 year mark, aren't we?
Yeah, of course. We plan a lot of things. All right, so friendly reminder that this is also a podcast, so please subscribe to us on iTunes so that you don't miss any of our feelings. And if you're listening to this as a podcast, please remember that this is recorded live, so we're not exactly sure what's going to happen. Please forgive us any technical difficulties or accidental swears that are not so accidental. You can join the conversation with the hashtag Geekiary Feelings. Come on, how will we know if we're wrong if you don't tell us?
It's true. How will we know? We won't.
This is how we learn.
Yeah. And on that subject, we'd like to remind all of you that the views expressed in this webcast are those of the hosts as individuals and do not necessarily represent the Geekiary or the webcast itself as a whole. Also, I have cats. Everywhere.
Oh,
I feel like that fits with our general vibe, cats, pets.
Yeah.
Old ladies ranting about stuff.
It works.
I don't know,
these days and their media. All right, so obviously the most important and first topic of conversation is,
as always,
Hairgate.
Hairgate.
Has he cut his hair yet? Has he cut his hair? Because obviously he's going to, because he's not coming back.
I mean, the last picture we saw, it looked like his hair was still long.
That was from last season.
Sure, and it was a promotional poster for last season too.
Yeah,
that
it was.
Featured Jon Snow.
He's not dead. He's dead. Sorry.
You can't even keep up with your.
I can. With a slip of the tongue, Freudian slip.
So if you missed it, HBO released this promotional post. Jon Snow, he's a little bloody, but alive.
Yay!
I mean, the angle of the photo is clearly him sitting up or standing, unless they took a picture of him laying down and then flipped it vertically for some reason. But is HBO finally just giving up on Jon Snow is totally dead? I mean, are they finally over trying to fake us out?
They're trying to trick everyone by saying he's alive when he's really dead.
Oh, Vaughn.
It's all an elaborate ruse.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Did you see there was a trailer that I saw today?
For Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
Oh. Well.
I'm not sure if I have the link to it. I forgot to put it in the article. I literally just saw it before this thing. But I'm pretty sure I saw it. I don't know if it's a real one or a fake one, but
I will have to
look. I'm on my Twitter right now. Just
shoot, what? This is live. We're looking at this, but this could be totally wrong. And
to be honest, while we're looking to see if this trailer is legitimate, on the Game of Thrones line, there are new rumors that Martin has finished The Winds of Winter.
No way. Well, there's another rumor that's not true.
He made a cameo, had a cameo on Z Nation.
Oh yeah.
In which he was a zombie, and he, from muscle memory, was signing copies of his last published book or whatever, and it was called A Promise of Spring. So everybody is thinking that it was like a hint that he is promising us a book in the spring.
Okay. Wow.
But that would honestly go along with the rumors that have kind of come and gone over the past few months that he was almost done or whatever, and that it was going to be coming out sometime, early next year. So, I don't know. I'm trying not to get my hopes
I don't
up.
know. I don't know. I mean, I thought that One Direction fans were bad with this like conspiracy theory stuff, but an appearance on a show and a joke, and then you're like, no, this is definitely what's going to happen. It's probably true. I mean, to be fair, if I was George R. Martin, that's what I would do.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, see, I don't even think it's quite on that level of like crazy conspiracy theory yet. I'm waiting for somebody to come forward and be like, well, in that scene, the book that Martin was signing had a rose on the cover, so that means the Tyrells are taking over everything, and that's the end game. That's a crazy, like, over-the-top
Well, you've not heard that yet? How have they not got that yet? I think that sounds legit. I'm buying it.
I mean, like, it could, there's a slight chance that the Tyrells could be end game, sure, but, like,
But to be fair,
that's
at
what I'm
this point,
saying.
anyone could win.
Yeah, yeah. But definitely not Jon Snow or Daenerys
He's dead.
Targaryen. I mean,
Jon Snow's dead. He can't win.
There is a legit trailer that was released today. I had a really monster day, so I totally missed this. I'm going to go ahead and tweet it from my account and then to the Geekiary. So,
Okay,
I'm honestly
sweet.
shocked that I didn't see this on my Facebook news feed. Like, at least 70% of my Facebook friends are Game of Thrones fans, and of that 70%, probably 45% are insane Game of Thrones fans. Like, how did I not know about this?
And it was released
Facebook.
4 hours ago. 4 hours ago.
Well, I've been busy, but like I did just see it. Like I only just saw it about 5 minutes before I set this up. So
yeah,
Well,
it's got a dead Jon Snow in it.
For me, so
He's
it's
dead.
got a dead Jon.
I mean, he looks alive. He's actually dead.
Oh man.
Okay.
Anyway.
Moving on.
Yeah. Oh, I do have to give, since we're on Game of Thrones right now, I do have to give a little shout out to this week's episode of iZombie, in which we learned that Clive is a big Game of Thrones fan.
That was amazing.
How have they hidden that for us for a season and 6 episodes, though?
Because no one knows anything about Clive. That's the point. That was the joke.
Yeah, we don't know anything about Clive.
I guess, yeah.
But he's
I don't know.
So
I guess in my experience, it's like really difficult for Game of Thrones fans to hide that they're Game of Thrones fans.
I don't know.
All right, I have tweeted.
Sometimes people don't know how much of a fan I am, and then I accidentally like get drunk and start spouting stuff, and they're like, "Whoa, okay, you're really, really a fan." I'm like, "Yeah." I manage to keep it cool when they say stuff, like they say random shit. They go, "Oh, so have you seen this show?" It's not necessarily Game of Thrones. Have you seen this show? And I'm like, "Yes, I have heard of it once."
And it's like S.H.I.E.L.D. and then
yeah. And I'm like, no. Or they're like, hey, have you heard One Direction's new album? And I'm like, I did hear something about it.
Yes.
As you casually pull your sleeve over your, what is it, Liam bracelet or whatever?
No, Louis, jeez, Liam.
I don't know their names. Hey, I remembered it started with an L. I should get props for that.
There is a Liam, right? But like,
is there really?
Yeah.
Yay! So I like,
hey,
I was
Tara.
completely wrong. Yeah.
Tara, there's also a Niall.
A Niall?
Mm-hmm.
There is. There is an aisle.
Check out that heart behind Vaughn's head.
Yeah, because somewhere in this month I accidentally became a Nile girl.
I think I helped. I think I helped with that a little bit.
You did.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. So the Geeky here has a Patreon. Is it that Patreon? I never know how to pronounce it. Yes.
Yeah.
You should
I don't know.
go and give us some money because you could be part of an interactive webcast.
It could be fun.
It could be fun. We could do whatever.
We could spend the whole time talking about One Direction, or spend no minutes talking about One Direction.
Yes, it's up to you. Up to you. Oh my God. The next thing on the list, actually, I just tweeted the Patreon link, so if anyone is listening to this and desperately wants to donate money so that I stop talking about One Direction, then go for your life. Anyway, I've written in here that I put in last minute because I totally forgot this happened this month because so much has happened. But did you guys watch Shia LaBeouf watching himself?
I saw parts of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously not the whole thing because that would be a bit much.
Yeah, that's a bit extreme. I did check in just every so often, you know.
Exactly, that's what I did.
What did you guys think?
It was. I loved the faces. Which it was one of the Transformers movies where he was just
Transformers
like.
3.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, he was like awkwardly. He was like cute in that awkward like silly kids show kind of way when he was in what was that show? Why is the only thing I can remember from that show is some kid named Bacon?
Is it
Even Stevens? Thank you. Yeah, Even Stevens. Yeah, like, I don't think he's not talented. I just think he's a little bit crazy.
I mean, I think he's totally bonkers, 100%. But weirdly enough, I also think he's like bonkers in the weird artistic way that I actually find him incredibly fascinating. I'm just like, look, if you're gonna go crazy, you want to go crazy in the way that Shia LaBeouf went crazy, right?
Yeah. Although hopefully not getting a bunch of DUIs or whatever that had happened.
Yeah,
he did something with that.
But you know, I mean, not something with that. Excusing that. That is awful behavior and should be punished.
Right.
But as far as child stars go,
yeah, he's actually doing pretty well.
Do you think that it's all just performance art?
Oh yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, I don't think any of those DUIs were performance art. I think he went off the rails. But I think he's kind of got in with that the kind of like the Warhol-esque artistic crowd in New York and actually kind of found his niche, which is kind of nice. I think
Mm-hmm.
I think as far as concept art, like what he's done so far is pretty freaking creative.
Yeah, I'm okay with him. The video, the Sia video, or is it Sia?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. That was a little bit weird, but
I really liked that. I know a lot of people it made a lot of people uncomfortable, but then I just think those people are But they're not a dancer, so.
Yeah, and I'm not, and for me, it was like I couldn't get over like the age difference of like I get that the song is about her and her father, but the lyrics can also be taken like other ways, and the age difference just was like a little bit much for me between him and the girl who was dancing.
Yeah, Maddie. Yeah, no, I got that, but I mean I understand why that makes people uncomfortable, but yeah, no, I also. I don't know. I think that it's, and a lot of people did get uncomfortable by it, but I think that it's a comment on our society, the fact that everyone kind of takes that sexually automatically and views it that way.
Oh,
not to say that there's no like judgment in it, because I completely understand why people would, but I think it says a lot about like the way that we view as particularly young women when they interact with men.
Yeah, well, and I mean, I think it was just the dance itself was kind of like a sensual dance. It's like, and that was the part where it was like that combined with the age difference. It's like I have to keep telling myself this is a video about a girl and her father,
Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, Shia LaBeouf, like between that and like and the Shia LaBeouf like song thing and like him watching himself. I don't know. I'm kind of digging where he's going right now. I'm interested to see what he does next.
Yeah. I am buying what he's selling at the moment. So I think he's good crazy. He's gone past
Especially
bad crazy and gone to good crazy.
I mean, he's not really even selling it. It's free.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
That's the great part.
It's for the sake of the art.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I dig that. All right, so another thing for me, because I'm just crazy like this, is that the Captain America Civil War trailer happened. Did you guys see that at all?
Yeah, I watched it twice.
Yay! Wow. I'm really excited.
But I really like the Adele version.
Oh, that was so good. I've seen like so many of them, and they just like they fit so well. What I love about that Adele version is they literally did not change the trailer at all. They didn't edit it or anything. They just added the soundtrack. That.
What song did they put it to?
Hello.
They did. Okay. I mean, I assumed it was Hello, but you never know. It could have been like.
It would work to any of them, to be fair.
Yeah. Set fire to the rain. Set fire to the rain. That's what I was. That for some reason that was the song that first popped into my head when you said Adele.
I think they'd all work in that.
Yeah. It kind of pushed the tears over the edge a little bit. I mean,
I started watching it, right, and I thought, no, I'm fine, and then like Bucky's like, your mother's name was Sarah, and you used to wear newspapers in the shoe, and that was it. Like, man, I was like bawling. I'm like sitting there staring at this kid, going, oh God, I'm not gonna make it through this movie.
I didn't cry at all. I just kind of watched it. It was cool. I'm excited for the movie. You know. I'm not quite at that level with.
Yeah, that's cool. I get it. Maybe we'll get you there. It'll be fun.
We'll see. Like, I went through a brief period where I was at that level with like the MCU, but like, it kind of died a little bit after. I don't know. There were a couple of movies that came out. Maybe it was like Thor 2 and Iron Man 3, where I was like, maybe I'm not so into this right now. Not that they were. Well, Iron Man 3 was bad, but like not that they were necessarily like the worst movies ever. They're just like, I don't know. I mean, I have more interest in other things.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I lost a lot of faith, I think, in the MCU after Age of Ultron, and I didn't really like Ant-Man.
I finally saw that.
We'll talk about they just, you know, but I am super invested, I guess, in the Captain America trilogy. That's really where I'm at, which is why I'm so excited about Captain America, like the Civil War.
Yeah, I loved Captain America: First Avenger. I really think I need to rewatch Winter Soldier. I think I was in like a bad point or something in like my general life when I watched it, and maybe I was with a bad person. I don't even know. But I remember like not hating it, but just not being like all that like overwhelmed positively. But maybe I just need to rewatch it because I only seen it once.
I think it's worth rewatching. I think it gets better when you rewatch it. It's my favorite. I mean, I'm biased because it's my favorite of the MCU films. So, but yeah. No, I actually
probably owe it a rewatch because I've watched Ant-Man twice now.
So. You watched Ant-Man twice?
Yeah.
Why?
So, because there was nothing else to do, and like no other movies had come out, and like the people I was with hadn't seen it, so I was like, all right, I can watch it again. I was also writing for National Novel Writing Month, so I was like, I can watch this a second time and like also be writing and like be worried about kind of half paying attention. So I don't know. It was like it's one of the. I mean, and honestly, it's amusing at times.
Yeah, it's not a bad movie. I mean, when I got out of it, I was like, this is like I was like, because I really, really wanted to hate it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna hate this movie. I just don't want it. And then I came out of it and like, I was like, I don't really hate this movie, but I'm just really pissed off that it got made.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I'm like, you guys, your movies are terrible, but.
And I did go on a little bit of a rant about like how Hope would have made like a way better ant
Why was she
person.
not Ant-Man?
Because she has to be Wasp.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
well, why didn't they just make a Wasp movie? Like, they literally spent the whole movie, like, the whole movie just tells you that she would make a better Ant-Man.
Exactly. But no. Man pain.
Whatever.
Speaking of man pain, let's add a couple letters in there because I'm curious about this guy at Comic Book Resources.
Oh yeah, okay. So my friend sent me this article the other day, and it's basically like this guy is just explaining why it's super important that Captain America and Bucky are actually platonic bro pals. And he's basically saying, you know, and like and having a go at all these girls that would genuinely believe that Captain America and Bucky are going to get together in Civil War, and it's like it's just it's about like 1,000 words just mansplaining why we're doing it wrong, even though at the start he says like not that I'm shaming anyone for like liking things for this, but then he goes on to do it, and it's just really silly because it's like no, but it's super important that they're like have a really intense.
I mean that's sort of like I mean. It's along the lines of like I'm not racist, but and then you say something racist.
Like, and it's like I'm just reading it going for starters. Like there's like the Captain America, like the Captain Bucky, the Cap Bucky fandom, especially the MCU version of it, is like generally made up of like older women like my age, and they're super intelligent women, and no one that I know that is in that fandom legitimately thinks that the MCU is actually going to let Cap and Bucky make out. And like, yeah, I mean, we're super invested in that relationship and we're like super into it. But it's like, it just pisses me off when guys feel the need to. It's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry that I ruined your super important bro friendship. It's like, he's just like, there's just not like enough representations of that kind of deep platonic friendship between men. And I'm like, have you never seen a movie?
It's like, what? Wow. Well, if I ever feel the need to get really frustrated with an article, maybe I'll read that.
It's not worth it. I just found it hilarious. I was just like, because obviously when the trailer came out, there was all these articles talking about like, you know, the gayest parts of and how Captain America and Bucky are so in love, and it's like, yeah, okay, but that's fun. And they are in love, so just deal with it.
Okay. That's my only rebuttal to that. Okay.
Yeah, I have nothing to say. All right, sure.
Whatever. I just like guys trying to claim stuff. Obviously, the other like superhero versus superhero movie is Batman versus Superman. But did anyone watch that trailer?
No. Does anybody care?
No. I care about Wonder Woman. I saw the GIF of her running, and that was pretty cool. I didn't actually watch the trailer.
Huh. I haven't. So maybe there are several trailers that I need to watch.
I'm not interested in the Batman versus Superman because I just don't care. But I want to see Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've never really been a huge fan of like any of those characters, particularly Superman. Ugh. Like out of them, I guess maybe Batman is probably the one I've been the biggest fan of at one point or another, and still then I just prefer like Marvel heroes and villains. But hopefully they'll do Wonder Woman some justice because you know. We need to do something. Something needs to happen. Something's got to give, you know?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm mostly worried about, because I think, like, I'm not really keen on this movie, and I think it's probably going to be as bad as Man of Steel was.
Ugh.
But then I think that they're going to blame Wonder Woman for it.
For it doing bad?
Yeah. But they're already, like, started making Wonder Woman, so the movie is happening, which is...
We hope.
We hope. If they back out on this now, I'm going to be so pissed. Like, freaking Marvel it keeps doing with Captain Marvel movie.
Oh yeah.
Because they're making Ant-Man 2.
Yeah, and they pushed back Captain Marvel for Ant-Man 2, didn't they?
I know they did. I hate them. I hate Ant-Man. Like Ant-Man doesn't deserve my hate, but I like all my hatred for everything that is not being projected onto Ant-Man. I'm sorry, Paul Rudd. You seem like a nice dude, but fuck off.
Poor Paul Rudd. He doesn't know. He's just a guy doing his job as a miniature person that rides ants around.
Stupid movie. All right. Let's move on to greener pastures, better things, actual female superheroes, because we did get one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jessica Jones.
I haven't seen it yet.
You haven't watched it yet?
I honestly, like, I was traveling over the holidays, and like I was so like wrapped up in finishing National Novel Writing Month and actually like finishing it that it had to be put on the back burner. And it's like it's like the next thing I'm going to watch, but at the moment I can't watch anything on my computer, and I'm too lazy to turn on my television. No, that's a lie. My television gets turned on when I play video games, and that's basically it.
Fair enough.
But anyway, I've heard that Jessica Jones is very good, so
We'll try to do fairly spoiler-free. We'll talk about it here then, but
I mean, there's no major spoilers.
It's really good. Yeah, it's really good. I watched it in about 3 days. And yeah, it was very good.
I just recommend it to everyone. Like it's really amazing because you're looking at it, and the same time I'm watching this, I'm watching Supergirl, and it's just so great because there's these two different shows about female superheroes, and they're both completely different. You know, and like everyone keeps comparing the two, and I'm like, no, they're both filling very different audiences, and they're not. The idea that having a female lead superhero means that it's all for the same audience is just stupid. But Jessica Jones is just amazing.
Well, and also Supergirl is on what, CW?
CBS.
CBS.
Okay. So you're looking at a CBS show versus a Netflix show. It's like totally different animals. And like I do know that Jessica Jones is very, very dark, you know.
Yeah.
Well, and it has it has graphic sex scenes. It's got a lot of swearing. It's not something that really probably kids should watch. And yeah, it's a completely different audience too. Yeah, so I agree.
You've got a kid. Don't watch Jessica Jones with them. Watch Supergirl. Supergirl is lovely for children. Jessica Jones not so much. Although lots of sex, but no nudity really.
Yeah, no.
In Jessica Jones.
Yeah.
Huh. Because they don't usually shy away from that in
Netflix it's not shied away from or anything. It's just they just have done really hot sex scenes and stuff, and they don't gratuitously show any nudity of any women or anyone really. Well, there's a couple of shirtless dudes. They're pretty fine.
Yeah.
Oh, the one thing that I did want to say about Jessica Jones was I heard a lot of people that I've been talking to have said, it's just really good to see the majority of the characters being female, and I'm like, look, this is a show about a woman, and it's about it's very and it's about her friendship with women and her relationship with women, and the villain is specifically scary to particularly women, but the actual cast ratio is there's not more women in it, but people perceive it as that because it's about one. They're
I guess I saw something, and gosh, it may have been one of you that shared it, but I'm not sure. Maybe it was Stephanie. somebody on my Facebook friends list shared like a screenshot of a tweet or something where this guy was like, oh, I mean, he was being, I think, sarcastic or half joking or whatever, saying that, what's up with this show? It's like about all these women and all the guys are just like baddies or eye candy. Oh, now I know how you feel. It's like,
I definitely retweeted that.
maybe that's what it was. Yeah.
I've had some short conversations with people about Jessica Jones, and I find Marvel very intimidating because I'm not one of these people that grew up reading the comic books or anything, and so I'm not familiar with a lot of it, and there's such a steep learning curve, in my opinion, that it's intimidating to just jump into if you're not familiar with it. But Jessica Jones, I found, is one of those series that you can totally jump into. It doesn't matter if you are familiar with the comic books or anything else with Marvel. You can watch it as a standalone series and still get a lot out of it. And all of the discussions that I've had with my friends who have watched both Jessica Jones and Daredevil, which, I mean, I get we shouldn't really compare them different, but they're both on Netflix. They're both like very similarly shot, guys like Daredevil and girls like Jessica Jones.
I can see that. Well, I mean, obviously we want to see ourselves reflected. It's nice. I've seen a lot of guys get particularly uncomfortable with Jessica Jones because of the subject matter.
I can see that.
Even if they don't quite, like, when you have a discussion with them, even if they don't quite recognize that that's why they're uncomfortable, like, eventually you talk to them and they go, oh, actually, I do feel really uncomfortable with that. And you're like, oh, okay, so you... which is something that I guess, like, I mean, it's uncomfortable for girls to watch, but at the same time, it's something that we just are used to talking about and dealing with, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, it kind of across the board, though, men and women pretty much all agree that Kilgrave is, like, the scariest villain ever.
Oh,
so
I love him. He's amazing. I mean, when I say I love him, I mean that I think he's like the worst person in existence. But as a character, he's phenomenal.
Well, yeah, it's so engrossing. The storyline is just, you're like, I need to know more about this. I need to know what happened with Jessica, and I need to know what their relationship is like, and why is she, trying so hard to protect a perfect stranger, So it's,
Good. 10 out of 10 would recommend watch Jessica Jones.
Yes. Watch it. Watch it. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I guess we can move on before we start spoiling everything for Tara. Star Wars.
Yeah, what is it now? How many days away? Like 14, 15?
So soon. I'm so excited. I've been rewatching.
I am going to be doing that like the weekend right before, really like plastering it back in my head. It's been a while since I did like a complete rewatch, so.
Yeah, no, I've watched episode 1 and 2. I'm spreading it out because I don't really have time to kind of sit down and marathon them. But yeah, hopefully I'll get through them in the next 4. But we'll see. I'm so excited. I'm like I don't know.
I'm at that point where like I almost have to stop like watching the little TV spots and trailers, and I kind of have, because like every time I watch one of them, I'm like, and it's just it's getting to be too much. Like my anxious nature can't take it.
Yeah, I'm just like, I mean, it's like, I don't know. I feel like I'm like 8 years old getting super excited about the new Star Wars movie again, and I'm just like, oh, this is so good, and I don't want them to fuck it up, but I'm just like, whatever. It's going to be amazing. Even if it sucks, it'll be amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm excited. So you wanted to talk about Battlefront, Tara?
I mean, just a little bit. Like, I finally bought it earlier this week, and I was super super excited for it, and then I was like, oh, I don't have the money, and then finally I sucked it up and bought it anyway. It's okay. Like the graphics are really cool. The gameplay is personally, I think, really clumsy, and maybe it's just because of the games like that I'm used to playing. It's like when you're playing Grand Theft Auto or Red Dead Redemption, you are accelerating and steering with the same, toggle stick. And in Battlefront, it's like one is acceleration and deceleration, and the other one is directing, and then you got two freaking toggles and so many buttons. This one is a shield, and this one is a aim, and this one is a laser, and this one is a cannon, and it's just like, I'm not that great at video games. I can have fun with them, but I'm not that great at them, and this is it's a little bit beyond my learning curve right now. It's probably going to take me like dozens of hours of gameplay just to get like to the point where I'm not dying every 30 seconds, which is depressing. Like, I'm bad at video games, but I didn't think it was that bad.
I'm
And
already
to be
lost.
honest, like I've heard that I've heard other people say they think that the gameplay is a little bit clumsy, so I don't feel too bad, like worse than I should maybe, but that knowing other people feel the same way helps. But it's definitely way more fun. Playing solo sucks. It's way more fun to play with other people.
Fair enough. I don't know enough about games to know that. I play Mario Kart sometimes with my friends.
Yeah, it's one of those things where if you're like a huge Star Wars fan and you love video games, like, yeah, go out and buy it, but I wouldn't be like, I'm glad I didn't rush to the store and buy it on November 17th or like pre-order it or something. I don't really think it was worth all that.
Fair enough. All right. Well, from happy news to less happy news, or maybe, I don't know. I don't know whether you guys are yay or nay on this at the moment. The Walking Dead. I'm not watching it, so yeah.
Oh, you're not like at all?
No.
Did you ever?
I did, but
Oh, okay.
I've just stopped
Okay.
watching. I don't have the effort. Can't be bothered.
Yeah, so we had the mid-season finale this week,
Yeah.
and it was weird.
Like,
Good weird or bad weird?
it was like, I don't think it was a terrible episode. It was just a disappointing
No.
like mid-season finale. Like they did, I think I said the same thing. I've said the same thing a couple times where it's like, on average, they have these kind of like really crazy mid-season finales and season finales where there's cliffhangers and all this stuff, but then like once in a while they do one where it's like, this episode could have been placed somewhere else, or they could have, like, I don't know, not spent 3 minutes showing Sam coloring a picture and ants eating a cookie, and instead got into the thing that happens in the comics, rather than ending it with Sam again being like, Mommy! Mommy! Oh, and I saw like a picture, like a meme, where somebody put Stewie's head over Sam. It's like, mommy.
That's
Like,
really okay. That's really funny.
and like,
Right.
just why? Like, they knew this kid, it was trouble. Why didn't they just put tape over his mouth, like, or like bundle him up like Judith
Agreed.
and stuff him away? You know what I mean? Like, they knew the kid was going to be trouble.
I don't know. At this point, I kind of want them all to get eaten by zombies. So I'm like, Whatevs.
You know, I don't know how they're all still alive. I mean, frankly, I know it's fiction, it's a TV show, but really,
They should be dead.
they really should be dead. Yes.
They don't have any zombie survival skills.
I mean, you know, some of them I get why they're still alive, but yeah, I don't know. And then on top of that, like AMC, it was a really, really shady and bad and cheesy and like I don't even think I know a word that properly describes it of them to force people to sit through the first like 7 minutes of Into the Badlands to see the end of the Walking Dead episode. Don't call it a prologue to next season. It was the end of the fucking episode. Don't make me
They
sit
made
through
you do
7 minutes.
that. Like you have to watch the start of the next show.
Yes, which they're
Yeah, they
just trying to
literally, like,
promote.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean that is too much. Like it's already bad enough that they shove this show down your throat with like commercials for it every single commercial break practically, and then on top of that they push back the Talking Dead to show Into the Badlands right after Walking Dead for the past however many weeks, and now on top of that I can't even see the actual end of the mid-season finale of the show that I want to watch without watching part of your new show that you're shoving down my throat. That's not cool. It's not cool.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
happy
think
with
that's taking cross promotion to the extreme, and I'm not sure that's going to work in their favor.
It's not, because Into the Badlands is like really terrible. It's very niche, and like if you don't have an interest in it, you're really like, this is terrible. It's
Well, I
not
mean,
one of
and
those that is going to appeal to a wide audience. Like one of the stars in the show is Sarah Bolger, and I love her. And I tried so hard to watch her show for her, and it's just terrible. I can't watch it.
Well, I mean, and I had a friend who was like, Into the Badlands is so good. And you know, in response to my complaint about it, and I was like, listen, it could be amazing. But now I'm never going to watch it because I'm like, this is the stance I have to take.
Yeah,
I shouldn't be forced to watch this. I don't have time for this shit, to be honest. I got to finish watching my show and then write a review about it.
Fair enough.
Yes.
Anyway,
I would
resent
it. I would resent the crap out of it too. I don't even like The Walking Dead, and I resent that show already. I'm like, oh, screw you.
It's a really weird show too. Like
But then I'm super judgmental anyway, so like good weird or bad weird.
it's like I said, it doesn't appeal to a wide audience at all, and I know that that's why they're cross promoting it so much. But I feel like AMC really, at least in the past, has held themselves to a higher standard with shows that don't appeal to a wide audience. So, I don't know.
Righto. Anything else to add about The Walking Dead?
I don't know. Like I said, generally it was like an alright episode, but like as a mid-season finale, it was kind of meh. There was that one funny article that I found that was like it was like all about like Rick's hatchet and like where did that hatchet come from, but like the hatchet has its own story, and like the guy was like, I'm more interested in where the hatchet is going than the rest of this show. And then again, like they were talking about the green balloons, they have more of a backstory than half of these characters from Alexandria. Like you know, I don't know, at this point, like the Glenn thing like pissed me off, but as like the show as a whole, I'm just really kind of so meh about it, and like it's hard for me because I have so many friends who think that it is like true art and like the best show on television, and I'm just like, I'm not saying it's not interesting. I still watch it. Obviously, I enjoy it for the most part, or I wouldn't be watching it anymore. Arrow. But like, it's not great. It's not art. No matter how hard they try to. shove artiness down your throat. It is not art.
I mean,
Like-
that, to be honest, that's why I watched it for so long. It's because, like, all my friends that are outside fandom watch The Walking Dead, and it's one show that we can kind of talk about because they all like, they're so, oh, The Walking Dead, did you see The Walking Dead? And I'm like, okay, so I'm watching it. And I'm like, you know what? I got to this season, I was like, you know what? I'm not actually interested. Like, sure, it's fine. It's an okay show. When I'm watching it, I'm like, yeah, this is entertaining enough. But I'm not like, I mean, with other things, I'm like, if I miss this show, I will cry. I will yell at someone. I will, like, have a physical breakdown. But with this, I'm like, I could, like, not watch another episode and be totally cool with it.
And I mean,
You
see,
know,
I like.
Go ahead, Tara.
Go ahead, Erin. Go ahead. Go ahead, Erin.
Okay.
Go ahead, Erin.
I'll go. Well, I'm kind of getting. I feel like popular TV shows, and I definitely feel like The Walking Dead falls into this right now.
Mm-hmm.
They just get so blown up into popularity that the things that made them special when they first came out are no longer special, and they just keep going on and on and on for no reason other than ratings. Sometimes when a show is truly artistic, you have to know when to stop, before you lose quality. And, another good example, in my opinion, of this is The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
That is a show that I loved for a long time. I thought it was unique and special when it first came out. It's been on the air way too long, and it needs to just go away. I love everybody in the cast, but I want them to still have work, but I don't want to watch it anymore.
I think
It's just exhausting.
Like, keeping stories going that like no longer have anything to say. Like, if you no longer have anything to say through these characters, then you need to let go of them. Like, but that's not going to happen because, like, there's some money making, and they think that that's the only way to make money.
Yep.
Is to keep
and I mean, like,
that everyone's seen before.
And the thing is, I do still really enjoy The Walking Dead, even when it pisses me off. I do still really enjoy it, and like, I do. I don't know, like. I'm still into it, but at the same time, I also see it for what it is. Like I said, this is not the greatest show on television. It's not even particularly well written, and it is not art. Like a ant-covered cookie is not art. Walking Dead, like. Let go of the green balloons. They did not need to come back this episode.
Well, and also,
Stop.
like, the whole trying to be artsy by putting the flashbacks in black and white.
In black and white. Ugh.
That was, oh my God. And then, like, some people didn't even get it, that those were flashbacks. And I'm like, what? Stop. So.
See, this is what happens when people who are not TV literate watch TV shows.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on. Upcoming events. What have we got upcoming? I have Christmas. I have nothing. I'm not doing anything ever again. So you guys?
Yeah, the holidays are coming up. Yay.
Yeah, woohoo. I mean, we've got our next episode is right after the New Year, and that will be our 12th episode, but not technically our 1-year anniversary. I think we're going to go back to the last Thursday of the month once the holidays are over. Is that what we're deciding? So probably our 1-year anniversary will be the last Thursday in January.
Woo.
I would say. I don't know, like, the next thing after that is C2E2 in March. And then, which Erin and I will be at as press, and I need to like start looking at plane tickets and figure out, because I want to get there like Wednesday night so I can celebrate St. Patrick's Day all day in Chicago. So yeah, and I still haven't really gotten much in the way of information from C2E2 on press. I've kind of checked their website, and they're still building a guest list and stuff, but that's next, and that's not till mid-March. And then Ice and FireCon is in April. You can go to iceandfirecon.com. We still have plenty of tickets and plenty of rooms available, like, because we had this new location, and we're like that allows us to literally double in size. So still plenty of tickets, still plenty of rooms, and that's April 22nd through the 24th, and it's in it's in Pembroke, Virginia, at this place called Mountain Lake Lodge, actually where they filmed Dirty Dancing. So
What?
yeah, or well, parts of Dirty Dancing, because parts of it were also filmed at Lake Lure in North Carolina, which I've also been to. So apparently, without even like realizing it, I have this this thing where I'm going to visit all the Dirty Dancing filming locations, and I'm not even that into that movie, so you know.
Well, I think it's a pretty good claim to fame. I would claim it. You're like,
Yeah.
I unwittingly travel around the country visiting Dirty Dancing filming locations.
I accidentally became the world's biggest Dirty Dancing fangirl. Whatevs.
There's also this little thing called San Diego Comic-Con, which is not for a while. It's not until July, but pre-registration happened in November, and I am definitely returning. So I'm excited about that. Yay! And so I'm playing with my cat. That's why I keep looking down off camera.
Well, your cat is important. It's way more important than us. I mean, that's cool. I'm totally cool with that.
Mine was in my lap, and that's why I kept looking down.
We really
that's why you're looking down. Sure.
Yeah, he was actually. He just left though, which is why I'm not looking down at my lap anymore. I'm so lonely. It's San Diego Comic-Con. I'm still like so torn about it because like I'm not reapplying as press, but I know that Amin was going from Podcast Ice and Fire was going to reapply for us to be panelists again. So if we get that, then there's a decent chance I'll go. But also like. Right before that is Star Wars Celebration, and I am probably going to apply for a press pass for that. And if I get that, then I'm
going to apply for that too. Actually.
Were you? Yeah, I said something about it I said something about it in the in one of the admin chat or something like I don't know, a couple weeks ago, a week ago. I don't know. I think it was last week. But Stephanie was like, good luck. And I was like, yep.
I know. I really want to go to Star Wars Celebration. It's in London this year, next year.
Yeah. And I've never been to London, and also Star Wars. And also the Harry Potter and the Cursed Child play, which is like going to be playing around that time. So I'm kind of like, ooh, this would be like triple whammy for me. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I like an excuse to go back to England whenever possible. So, and yeah, Star Wars. All right, so December recommendations. What should people be watching in December or reading or whatever? Hey, wait, I'm first. Yay me. Oh, hang on, I have to actually answer. So I think that you should watch Christmas movies and read holiday-themed fan fiction because that's all I'm doing for the next month. It's amazing, especially if anyone is around and has any holiday-themed fic that they want to rec me, especially if it involves fake dating, then we're sweet. Also, I'm going to Please Like Me Season 3 just finished, and it was amazing, so everyone should watch that. Also, One Direction's new album came out in November, Pain in the AM. Buy it on iTunes now. Thank you. I'm done.
I haven't really been I everything I've read lately. My recommendation is to reread something you really love. That's my recommendation. I finished rereading the Harry Potter series I don't know, it was like the beginning of November. I finished rereading it, and it just gave me all the warm fuzzies. I am rewatching Gilmore Girls, and it makes me so happy. Like, I plan on rereading The Hunger Games next. The last movie just came out and everything, and I liked the books the first time I read them. I read all 3 of them in less than a week. So, I don't know, like I know a lot of people are against the whole going back and rewatching or rereading things even if they liked them because there's so much out there, but sometimes I
I
think
am
that's
not against that at all.
yeah. Sometimes I think it's just I don't know. Like for me, like I said, rereading Harry Potter, like it just brought all the love back.
It's
And
like
like
visiting
I
old
went
friends.
to and I went to Wizarding World like so I must have finished it toward the end of October because I went to Wizarding World like right after I'd finished and it was like oh my gosh wow like I appreciate this so much more having just reread these books and like
Mhm.
yeah and also I will say this though so Gem and the Holograms, the movie that came out recently was terrible. I watched it last week, and it was literally just one big joke. Um, especially as it is part, if you take away the whole like it being Gem and the Holograms, and if it had been a completely different, name and not part of that world, like it still would have been a like a bad movie, but it wouldn't have been quite so horrible, I guess. But they're doing new Gem comics, and I picked it up. Um, I picked up the first like 6 issues that they're in like book form now during local comic shop day this past Saturday, and I just started reading it, and it's like so far I'm not even like I'm not that far into it, but so far I'm very intrigued, and also the girls that are in it they have drawn them to be like all different shapes and sizes, and it's very like there's like several like the original Gem. There's several people of color. Like it's so far I'm enjoying it, and I think that really good things could come from these comics. So that would be my one like new recommendation, I guess.
Nice. Erin?
Excellent. Well, I finally watched Daredevil, so yay. And so you should watch that if you haven't watched it yet, because it's pretty good. And then also, I've been watching a lot of Netflix, if you couldn't tell. And I also watched Master of None, which is a Netflix original. And that was very good, especially if you like 30-minute shows. And I'll be writing a recommendation on the Geekiary about Master of None soon. I wanted to do it a little closer to the holidays, so watch for that. And then also, I'm super excited because Krampus comes out tomorrow. If
I'm
there's,
too excited.
I love Christmas. I love horror. Putting them together is like my dream movie. So I actually am not going to see it until Saturday, but I'll be writing a review for the Geekiary also of that movie, and watch for that. Although I just got a text from my friend that I'm going with to see it on Saturday, and so far we're the only two who have bought tickets. So
Wow.
that's great.
Awesome. Now I'm
Wait,
excited.
how do they know that?
Oh, we are going to that brew
Oh, the
pub.
the fancy
Yeah.
theater, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna come visit you just so I can go there.
Well,
Like
we're going in the
seriously.
morning too, and they have brunch with mimosas.
Oh
So
my God, and Bloody Marys.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I want to go there. All right, so finally the question of the month, which I thought of about 5 minutes before this started, and I don't know if it's any good, but we'll see. It's just which fictional character / celebrity would you most like to bring home for the holidays, and why?
I'll go.
By the way, somebody on Twitter has already said, would I be cray if I said Hannibal? He would,
Oh.
cook. So, well done.
That's a good
Nikki?
answer.
Well done, Nikki. That's pretty good choice. He would cook well. He'd probably cook you, but that's fine.
I would probably bring home a duo of fictional characters, if that's cool.
Yeah.
I would like to bring home Ravi and Clive from iZombie
To talk Game of Thrones.
because, well, they could talk Game of Thrones, that's fine, but I think they're like the best bromance on TV, and that's a real bromance, okay? They can't have like a real relationship that way because they work together. So let's just nip that right now.
I would read fanfiction for if anyone is wondering. I would read that fanfiction. So
yeah, no, they the more screen time they have together, the more I love both characters, and when they're together, it's just magic. So yeah.
Oh, we got another person that thinks Hannibal too, by the way.
I mean,
we do have a lot of Hannibal fans on our.
Yeah, I just think I don't like. I mean, do you put your family in danger? Like, I mean, are they all that polite that they're not going to get killed?
Well, really, I mean, Hannibal is a pretty good cook. He doesn't always make like have humans. I don't know.
He does.
Not always.
Okay, fair enough. Tara?
You go next because I have to look something up, please.
Okay, well, I have two. One is Niall from One Direction, Niall Horan, because I would like to know something about him that does not involve him playing golf or playing the guitar. I think that that'd be fun. We could chat about One Direction. I hear he's a fan. I would also invite Bucky home because I'm really worried that he's not eating.
I knew you were gonna say Bucky.
Yeah, I was gonna say like. I assumed that was your first thing. You know, honestly, I had to think about mine for a second, and I had to look something up. Because my first thought was actually Liv for my zombie, but then I was like, ugh, it depends on what brain she's on. Yeah. But it would also depend what brain she's on. Yeah. And then I was like, maybe I'd want like Liv on like Jon Snow's brain or something. Oh, but wait, he's not dead. No, seriously though, after thinking about it for a minute, I think Capheus from Sense8.
Oh my god, yeah, that would be super fun. I just like all the Sense8 actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love them all, but he was my he was pretty much my favorite from the beginning, and I never didn't like him, and like I
love him. I love him because he's a fanboy, and I relate to that.
Yeah.
I was like, I know.
So
we can chat about
I just think he's so positive, and he'd be like so fun to talk to, and I mean, and also there was a brief moment where I was like, I would also kind of like to bring Rick and Carl Grimes.
Why? So you think them? What?
No, just because like just to watch like Rick's crazy face and like possibly take a pair of scissors to Carl's hair, like please cut that kid's hair. So, but I think Capheus is my.
That is a good choice. Excellent choice.
Good choice.
All right, guys. Well, we're done for the month, and that is it for us for the holiday season into the new year. When we next see you all, it'll be 2016.
Oh my God. Where did this year go?
We're all kind of having mild panicking because, this year did go really fast.
And I haven't done any of my Christmas shopping yet. What?
I just keep waiting for something good to happen, and it's like, nip.
2015, yeah.
It has been a challenging year, yes. But anyway.
But some good stuff has happened. We went to Comic-Con. That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
We all got to hang out together.
Yeah.
In real life. It was pretty
real
fun.
life. We were worried that we were catfishing each other, but it turns out we weren't. So
we're all actual people. That would be pretty difficult because like we'd been doing these webcasts for months before Comic-Con. That's a pretty like hardcore catfishing.
Well, if I catfish someone, then I'd go to the extreme, man.
Oh yeah,
that's true. That's true.
Not that I have, but like I feel like if I did, I would like,
Yeah.
Get
all right. Well, keep tweeting us about all the things that we talked about, because it's more fun when people like join in the conversation too, so we don't
Yes, it
hog it
is.
all. All right, guys. I guess we will shut down here
Yeah.
for 2015. I'm
Okay.
Erin.
Aw.
I know. I'm Erin. I'm here with Tara and Vaughn. Thank you again for joining us for Feelings with the Geekiary December edition. Remember, we're a free webcast run off of donations from viewers like you, and thank you for contributing and helping our host site, the Geekiary. See you in 2016.
Bye.
Bye.